It's Teresa from Dodge Nature Center and time for another Nature to Go. So, it's a beautiful day outside. In the 70s, it's sunny, there's a little bit of a wind. This is the kind of weather we often wait for in Minnesota after our long winters. But you know, we still like to brag about how we get through our winters, and a lot of us are really fascinated by the crazy weather we get here in this state. So for this week's Nature to Go, I'm going to ask you some questions about Minnesota weather, some of the amazing phenomena that has happened in the state, and give you a chance to see what your weather knowledge is like. All right, I'll ask a question and then wait a little bit. If you need more time, just pause the video and then the answer will be on the very next slide. So you ready? Here we go. Question 1. What is the record for the consecutive number of days of temperatures never rising above freezing in the Twin Cities? Is it A, 18, B, 42, or C, 83? The answer would be 83 days. It happened back in 1874. Between December 16th and March 8th of 1875. Now, we also have a record for how many days we were at or below zero, and that was a 7-day streak back in 1912 between January 1st and January 7th, 186 consecutive hours below zero. Wow. All right, you ready for the next question? Question 2. What is the greatest amount of snowfall recorded in 1 month in the Twin Cities? 28.2 inches, 46.9 inches, 57.6 inches. And that answer would be 46.9 inches. And you might already have guessed when this happened. Yeah, it started with the Halloween blizzard of 1991. The event left so much snow starting in November, and then later in that same month, we got another big storm. So we accumulated almost 50 inches of snow just in that 1 month. Amazing. Here's question 3. What was the largest hailstone ever collected in Minnesota? This is its diameter, 2 inches, 5 inches, or 12 inches. And the answer would be 12 inches. This was a hailstone that fell in Detroit Lakes on the 4th of July in 1966. This isn't an actual picture of it, but it's getting close to the size of what a 12-inch diameter hailstone would be. Next question. What is the coldest August temperature ever recorded in the state of Minnesota? 21 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Fahrenheit, or 35 degrees Fahrenheit? It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit, and that happened in Tower, Minnesota on August 28th, 1986. Not that long ago, actually. Now, remember Tower, Minnesota, because that's going to be in a question later on dealing with cold. Question 5. Now, March 31st, 2014 brought highly unusual weather to the residents of Yellow Medicine and Lac qui Parle counties in western Minnesota. And what was the nature of this unusual weather? Was it A, a large hailstorm, B, a heat wave, or C, tornado and blizzard warnings on the same day? Amazingly, they had both tornado and blizzard warnings on the same day. Western Minnesota, it's a place that has some of our craziest weather. Now, question 6. Is it true or false? Snow has fallen somewhere in Minnesota every single month of the year. Well, the answer would be false, because July is the only month where officially no snow has been recorded. Now, some people claim to have had snow in July, but it's never happened in such a way that the Weather Service has officially recorded it. So, hey, we've got that to look forward to. All right, time for question 7. This past winter, so meteorological winter, which started December 1st of 2021, ended February 28th of 2022, had how many days with wind gusts at or above 30 miles an hour? Was it A, 15, B, 23, or C, 46? Amazingly, it was letter C, 46. Now, the thing is, that time is 90 days, which means over half of the days of winter were windy, with wind gusts over 30 miles an hour, and of those 46 days, 12 had wind gusts that were over 40 miles an hour. If it seems to you like it's gotten windier, it has. We've got the records to show it. Question 8. Here we're back to Tower, Minnesota. What record was set at Tower on February 2nd, 1996? A, the most inches of snow in a single hour. B, the coldest temperature ever recorded anywhere in the state. Or C, the strongest wind gust. The answer is that's where our state's coldest temperature ever recorded happened. 60 below. And that's actual air temperature. That's not talking wind chill. If you don't like the cold, I guess you don't want to move to Tower. So let's think the other direction. Question 9. What's the hottest it's ever been in Minnesota? Is it 108.7 degrees Fahrenheit, 115 degrees Fahrenheit, or 121 degrees Fahrenheit? Well, for that answer, we have to head back to western Minnesota, because the answer is 115 degrees in the town of Beardsley. And that brings up our last question of our quiz. What is the most tornadoes that have ever happened in 1 month in Minnesota? Was it 21? Is it 48? Or is it 71? Amazingly, it is 71. Now, on June 17th, 2010, there was a record-setting single day of tornadoes, 48. The rest of the month continued to be stormy, and it produced an unusually high number of tornadoes, 71. And that particular year, Minnesota was the state that had more tornadoes than any other state, including Oklahoma, which usually is the state with the most tornadoes. So this just gives you a little taste of some of the different weather information that we have here in Minnesota. And if you want to read more about our crazy weather, this is a great book, The Minnesota Weather Almanac by Mark Seeley. Has lots of information and includes a lot of questions where you can test your knowledge. If you enjoyed this kind of a session for Nature to Go, let me know. Thanks for joining me for this session of Nature to Go, and we'll talk to you again next time.